Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, city and county baseball champions are crowned.
There we go. There's your Marion County 2021 Marion County Baseball Champions.
Tonight, in the Coach's Corner, we're joined by Franklin Central's legendary softball coach. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is soaring to new heights.
Just to be one of the guys to be named after an Olympian, that's something I always wanted to dream for.
We're off to the races. The Zone Extra starts now. Hey, good evening to you and welcome to The Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a week of high school sports action as postseason gets underway. In our Coach's Corner, I am joined in studio by a legendary figure when it comes to Central Indiana softball. Flashes coach Kathy Stricker is here. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is one of the state's top high school high jumpers. Olivia Ray introduces us to Lawrence Central's Cameron Garrett, and don't miss our newest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Now let's take a look at this week in high school sports. A pair of trophies were on the line Monday night at Victory Field. First up was the city tournament championship between Cathedral and Heritage Christian. This one was all about the Irish after Heritage Christian's jumps in front in the top of the first. Cathedral responds with 4 runs of their own. The Irish bats stay hot in the second as they push across 5 more runs to blow the game open. They go on to win big. 11-1 is the final. Congrats to the Irish. And in the nightcap, it was the Marion County Championship between Lawrence North and Brebeuf. This one was much more of a pitcher's duel. Neither team scores through 3. In the bottom of the 4th, the Braves get on the board courtesy of a stolen base followed by a bad throw. They push one more across in the inning with a well-executed squeeze bunt here by Michael Pinelli. And that's all the offense star pitcher Andrew Duke an itch here would need. The Vanderbilt commit throws a no-hitter, striking out a school record. You kid me, 18 batters, and Brebeuf is your county champ. Final score was 2-0. They get the win. And you know, it is hard to believe that state tournament action is already here for spring sports. The girls track postseason started Tuesday. And how about this? The girls tennis sectionals, well, they began last night. Now, let's take a look at some of the other upcoming IHSAA tournament start dates for you. Boys track and field gets underway actually tonight. Softball, May the 24th. Baseball coming up on May the 26th. And boys golf, always a good time there, gets underway on June the 4th. And in boys volleyball, regional champions were crowned last weekend, and we are all set now for the state quarterfinal action coming up tomorrow at Southport. Among the teams advancing, top-seeded Roncalli and defending state champion Fishers. Take a peek at all the quarterfinal matchups. All of these games will take place at Southport coming up tomorrow night. Number 1, Roncalli against 8th-ranked Bishop Chatard. Number 4, Perry Meridian taking on 12th-ranked Carmel. 2nd-ranked Fishers will battle against HSC, the 7th-ranked Royals. 3rd-ranked Cathedral gets underway against Garrett Catholic. A champion will be crowned Saturday at Southport, and good luck to all those teams involved coming up. And on the track, for the first time in 2 years, the state tournament is underway. Back in 2019, North Central folks swept both the boys and the girls state titles. On the girls side, this year, the Panthers are a young team, but look to defend their state title behind runners like 4-time state champion sprinter Ramia Elliott. NC got off to a good start Tuesday night, winning their sectional at Lawrence Central. Up next for the Panthers is a trip to Ben Davis next Tuesday for the regional round. So what has it been like on the track at North Central this season?
It just feels pretty special to be out here. There's definitely a little added pressure given that our last track season, we we're pretty successful there at the state meet. So people are watching, and it's a young team this year, so it's a lot of new girls, especially on the distance side. So we're really excited to be out here. It kind of feels like we have 2 classes of freshmen right now because the sophomores are all new too. So personally, it's really nice having that state meet experience. And then Ramaya, who on the sprint side is amazing, was just a freshman at our last state meet, and she'll do some big things this spring as well. So everyone's kind of stepped into that leadership role.
I think that the fact that me and some of the other juniors or seniors that are here have that experience can help out the freshmen and sophomores, just because they don't know what it's like to actually run against high school competition.
That's always your ultimate goal. You know, every year it is a different year. It is a different team. It is a different makeup. You know, and that's what makes it exciting. Is, you know, you have to develop, you know, different things each year based on what you have personnel-wise.
All right, good luck to North Central. Time for a break, but we have much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. We're glad you're with us. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner. She's the woman in charge of the Marion County softball champs, the Flashes. Franklin Central coach Kathy Stricker is in studio. Cannot wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, our athlete of the week is soaring to new heights and shattering all the state records as he finishes his senior season. More from Lawrence Central star high jumper coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
Hi, everybody. We are back here on the Zone Extra tonight. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for the Coach's Corner. You know, last week her Flashes put up 20 runs in the championship game of the Marion County softball tournament to bring the title to Franklin Central. Next week, they look for more hardware as sectional play gets underway. Please welcome to the Zone Extra tonight, Franklin Central softball coach, legendary coach, Kathy Stricker here with us tonight. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of the Zone Extra. And first things first, I got to ask you this. How great does it feel to have softball? We know you missed the season last year. How great does it feel to have it this year?
It feels really good. The kids were excited, I think, to come back and get out to play again and have our season back. We lost some seniors last year that didn't have that opportunity, and I think these kids are trying to make the most of it even for them.
Yeah, let's talk about your team right now. Team playing some really good softball. What do you like about what you're seeing from the ladies right now this season? They've won, the past 9 games, doing a great job.
Yes, they're doing really well. We have played well most of the season, and you know, we played early against New Palestine, and we're down 8-0 maybe, and came back, and it ended up being an 8-11 game or an 8-10 game. And the kids have just really played well, coming out every day. They're hitting hard. Pitching is great. Kids are not making a lot of mistakes, and that's the key.
Yeah. So what do you think you've learned from last year, and the girls have learned from last year about missing out, not getting a chance to play for the most part in their season, but now coming back here? I'm sure they're hungrier than ever, right?
I think they are. That's part of it. You know, you never take things for granted, and you always look forward to the next game. And unfortunately, last year it was all taken away, and we were all kind of sitting idle and on Zoom and that kind of stuff, and that certainly isn't playing. So we were a little disappointed that we didn't have our season, because we expected to have a good team last year as well. Yeah. And the kids are really happy to be back.
Well, you got to like the way your team is playing right now and going into sectionals, going into postseason. When you look at your team, what makes it special? What stands out to you about how they're playing right now?
Well, I think our hitting has been the key. As a team, we're hitting upward of 400. We've got a couple of kids batting over 500, and you know, we kind of expect that. But in the same result, the kids are excited to be out there and playing, and I see that as a good positive. Josie is pitching very, very well. She's backed up by 2 other kids, Ella Klaus and Shelby Hayes, and Josie has done the bulk of the pitching. And her infield is pretty solid. 3 other seniors in the infield, junior behind the plate, and then we've got a sophomore that didn't play last year, so she's like a freshman to us at second base. And
That's great.
2 seniors in the outfield and a junior. So We got a lot of good kids that have good skills.
Yes, you got a lot of talent all the way around. So I got to ask you this, in case you guys didn't know, legendary coach right here, 42 years dealing with these student athletes and enjoying the time with the student athletes, I must say, and all at Franklin Central. That is amazing. First of all, how have you survived this long? What made you, what do you love about these kids?
Well, I just think it's my passion in general. I love to coach. I loved playing when I had the opportunity to play, but just seeing the kids and seeing them excel and to have their education supported by athletics is, you know, it's just a great feeling to watch them go ahead and have something else to do once they graduate and be able to play and continue the sport.
I love it. So did you imagine you'd be there for 42 years when you first got going?
It's the only thing I really ever wanted to do was to teach and coach. And at 16, I had decided that that's kind of where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and had the opportunity to go and play myself in college, and then did my student teaching at Franklin Central and taught 1 year at Greenfield, and then I came back to Franklin Central. So actually it's my 43rd year, but 42 at Franklin Central.
That is incredible. You know what, there's no doubt you're making a difference in these young ladies' lives on and off the field. I want to ask you about this as you guys get ready for the postseason coming up for sectionals, but when you look at your team right now and the talent that you have here, how important is it for everyone? How important is teamwork with you guys?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Without teamwork, you can't accomplish anything. It takes everybody to accomplish the goals that you want to have and get over that next hump. And we have great competition. We've played all year, and Roncalli and New Palestine are ranked very high, and they're in our sectional. So
you gotta be ready.
You got to be ready. And if you're not ready, you know, we beat Roncalli in the county, but it was a tough game and it was a great game. And New Pal beat us early. So we feel like that it's going to be a good matchup along the way, but we've got to get through Warren Central first to get to that matchup.
Take it one game at a time. I want to ask you real quick about Marion County. You guys got it done there, winning that championship. That's always special when you can take care of business in the Marion County, because as you mentioned, loaded with a lot of great teams, right?
Right. And we played Roncalli in the semifinals, and it was a 0-0 game. Both teams had 4 hits going into the 6th inning, and my center fielder, who's a junior, has been hitting the ball great. She's batting over 540, and she led off the inning with a double, and we moved her to 3rd, and then we got a sac fly short, kind of left center field, and scored her. She went in standing up, and that was the 1-0. And I know Roncalli was heartbroken. Fortunately, David and I are very good friends, their coach. And you know, you hate it when the kids have to lose, but somebody does.
That's right.
And you know, they beat us pretty soundly a couple weeks prior, and we came back and we're ready for the challenge. So
okay, well, Coach, look, all the best to you and your team, and as I said before, bravo to you and just how you're giving back in education for these student athletes and changing a lot of lives as well. And I'm glad you got softball back this year. I felt so bad for those student athletes last year, but I'm so happy it's back this year.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to take a time out. We got much more coming your way here on the Zone Extra, and our coaches and our athlete of the week, that is the top high school high jumper in the nation, calls Marion County home. Coming up, we're going to meet Garrett, future K-State Wildcat, and potentially a future Olympian. Got the details on that. Plus, we reveal our play of the week. Come on back. We're back after this.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra tonight. Anthony Calhoun here with you. The track and field event of the year is likely boys high jump. That's because a Lawrence Central senior has gained national attention as he continues to set state and even world records. Our Olivia Ray has more with our athlete of the week, Cameron Garrett.
It's almost like a tunnel vision thing. It's just, you just got to go out and do it because I'm already here. So my main thing is just to do better than the last meet.
Imagine jumping straight over a refrigerator or Shaquille O'Neal, or say even 1.5 of me. Clearing 7'3" is almost unbelievable. It's definitely record setting, and it's absolutely no problem for Cameron Garrett.
Doing the natural, just jumping up and trying to touch the top of like doors and stuff like that. At a young age, I noticed that I was able to jump a little higher than other kids my age, and then just seeing it, I knew it just looked a lot different.
Cameron Garrett first tried track and field back in 7th grade, but he didn't have an actual high jump coach until high school. And when he paired up with Lawrence Central's Tim Ritchie, that's when he took flight.
Yeah, he's the most explosive guy I've ever coached in 35 years. It's out of this world. You know, we've had some really elite young boys and girls here in high school track at Lawrence Central, but this kid's on another level.
The 18-year-old has cleared 7'3" to win the Adidas Indoor Nationals, become not only the nation's top high school high jumper, but the best in the world for the under 20 age group. He's Indiana's all-time #1, but will head to K-State to continue his career and set his sights on Olympic trial records.
There's not many people out of Indiana that gets to become an Olympian, and overall, just to be one of the guys to be named after an Olympian, that's something I always wanted to dream for.
He's got a fantastic start. He's going to a great place in order to elevate that game. And we've had those conversations, you know, those 3 letters really should be on his chest here if all things go well and he stays healthy.
Garrett is ready for liftoff, but first things first, he's going for gold in his senior state tournament here in the Hoosier State. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Oh, what a great story, Olivia, and all the best to him. Okay, time for a break, but still more to come tonight on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, it's the latest installment of my guy there, Ask the Commissioner, with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's this week's question, folks. How are any rule changes from year to year for specific sports recommended and or created by the IHSAA?
Well, we typically have 2 types of rules that we deal with here at the association. We have rules that are created by the National Federation for play in games. And so they look at each rules every year. And so basketball would be an example, or swimming, or wrestling, or track and field. And they would take suggestions from all of the states. Then they go through committee. They have people that represent state associations on their rules committee, and then they recommend rule proposal changes to their board of directors. And then if they make a change at the federation level, they come to us, and then we will implement those as far as the playability rule of each type of sport. But then we also have the association's rules, which are bylaws of governance of how each member school is going to operate and what they agree to do. And any member school and that's one of the great things about what we do. But this is a member organization. People don't have to be part of the organization. Any member school that chooses to do so has an opportunity to recommend a rule change. We do that every year, and we actually have a meeting coming up to look at rule change proposals that we've received over the past year. Our 19-member board will consider each of the rule changes and then make a decision whether they vote them in for a bylaw change, or they can table it for further study, or they can turn the rule down and we wouldn't move forward with it. But again, these are not Paul Neidig rules or anybody here on staff. These are all created for the membership, by the membership, and approved by the elected governance of our board of directors.
Always great to hear from the Commissioner. Hey, thanks again to the Commissioner for joining us. And here's how you can submit questions. Send us a tweet using the hashtags the Zone Extra, Ask the Commish. Now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature the top plays from high school sports here in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved. We would tell you how you can do that on a future show. But first, here is the week's top play. Johnson County Tournament Softball Championship. Scoreless in the 12th inning. Franklin's Izzy Harrison with a single that drives home a run. The Grizzly Cubs go up to win 3-0. Harrison also throws a complete game. One hitter with a school record 25 strikeouts. What a performance by the future Kentucky Wildcat. If you want to be a part of the show with the play of the week, all you got to do is check out the information right there. Chance for you to be a part of the Zone Extra. How about this, folks? We got one more week to go here on the Zone Extra, and boy, has it been a lot of fun this year. Thanks for watching, everybody. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see you back here next Thursday, 7 o'clock here on the Zone Extra.